Look, the other thing is we're down here at the moment on behalf of also compliment Minister Leon Bignell, the Minister for Fisheries, who cannot be here today. He's got other things, but we work very closely together. We're both very passionate about the regions, in particular the River Murray, and we're here also to announce approximately $200,000 going towards restocking the River Murray with some prized Murray cod. And this is again is going to be an opportunity to actually look at the increasing the opportunity for tourism coming through here. And I've been on the River Murray in a houseboat, and one of the things you want to be able to do is throw a line over. And if you can grab a fish or something like that, it'd be actually bonus. So looking forward to the $200,000 to the first stage of restocking the River Murray with some prize cod.
Is that underway in some form already? Are fish already being bred for that?
Fish will be already being bred for this, but it's obviously we've got to breed the fish up first, and that'll get going through the relevant agencies. But certainly it's a start, and if this is going to prove successful, I'm sure that Minister Bignell and myself will be looking at improving it in the next couple of years.
Is there demand for this? Is that what people are telling you?
Well, as I said a bit earlier, I've been on a houseboat, and one of the things we throw the line over with a couple of beers, and when you're stationary, somebody else is driving it. But certainly you want to be able to put a line over and to catch something out there. So look, it's about increasing the opportunities for that. Murray cod is a prized fish, and there's been a lot of loss out there at the moment. So this is an opportunity to increase that stocks out there for the tourists. But when you come in here, you only want to have a look at the surroundings as we are here at the moment. It's beautiful surroundings, but you also want to be able to enjoy it and throw the line over. So it's already being undertaken, and this will increase the opportunity for tourists to come in here, especially from people from inland who can't do anything.
Where's that breeding facility to breed up the fingerlings?
That would probably be through Sardi. Well, that would be through Sardi, and they've got facilities down there. They'll breed them up first, and then they're only I think they're called fingerlings. Yeah. Leon Bignell's the minister for this. Yes. I'm announcing it on his behalf in conjunction with myself as the Minister for Regional Development. But look, again, those sort of things there, I leave to the professionals. All I know is that when I throw a line over, I want to be able to catch a fish. Yeah. And I'll come back here in the new year after this breed's stocked, and I might be able to succeed in catching the Murray cod.
Are we that close to restocking some cod into the Murray River? Will it be in the new year? Or are we talking?
It'll be in the new year sometime. We need to go at the right time also. The fact is that, but again, Minister Bignell is very, very passionate about the regions. Minister Bignell is very passionate about the River Murray, very passionate about fisheries. So I'll be working very, very closely with Leon.
Under regional development though, and I know it does come under tourism as well, yes. But we see that interstate people can catch a cod and remove it from the river. We can't do that here, as you've mentioned, and people do want to do that. So from a regional development, a tourism development point of view, it's a very important program, and it's a really exciting program. So the time frame of it will be quite interesting to people. How long do you think it will be before people can, instead of throwing back a cod, if they catch one, will be able to remove it from the river?
Well, that's a good question. I can't answer that, unfortunately. I mean, obviously it'll take a while for the cod to grow to the legal size, and we all know that if a fish is under the legal size, you can catch it, but you've got to throw it back in. But I think this is a long-term venture. The old saying, Rome wasn't built in a day. We've got to start somewhere, and if this is a start, it would be ideal to put the legal size cod into the Murray, but that's not going to happen. We need to get them to gradually breed in there to be able to come customised to the environment and things like that. But certainly, look, this is a long-term venture. Anything at all, no matter which government is in there, and we as a community need to set the basis of a foundation. This is the start of a foundation for the long term. So we need to have that. We're on the start of a journey here, and we'll continue to be on that journey over the next 2 or 3 years.
And how many fingerlings are we talking under this program?
You're probably talking thousands. But again, I'll leave that to the professional people. Yep. As I said, I'll leave that to them. But as you can understand, that the fingerlings are very, very small, and so they need to be at relevant size. They'll know that when the size is right to be able to transplant them or transfer them into the Murray. But the other thing is we've got to make certain they succeed too.
What about a safeguard for this? Because we know that populations have been in decline and numbers have been a concern. Is this something that will definitely go ahead, or does it still need to be evaluated? No,
it needs to be evaluated going forward. We need to do all the preliminary work and things like that. This is the first stage, as indicated a bit earlier. This is the first stage here. We've got to, if the Minister Bignell is very passionate about this, we'll be growing the fingerlings, then we'll be trialling them. And if it's a success, then we'll continue doing that on later on. As I say, the River Murray is a big, long river, and you just can't restock it in one hit. But certainly, I think this is, from the Minister's point of view and my point of view and tourism's point of view, I think this is a way we're just actually trying to get people to come back here, stay here longer, which then they spend more money, then that absolutely helps the economic growth of the towns on the River Murray.
Could be one for another portfolio as well, but we've heard a lot in this region about people wanting to be able to fish for catfish again. If this one stacks up, the cod program, is there a possibility, would you push for a possibility to see other fish programs?
I would work in with the Minister and the relevant people from the Fisheries Department. I mean, obviously, I said I'm not a professional in this, I'm not an expert in this, but certainly if we can get the Murray cod to succeed and grow in here, let's look at other opportunities later on. But certainly I think we've got to have one at a time, and if we can get this up and running, it's a success that leads to other opportunities for growth and innovative thinking.